Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome to my channel. It's Tuesday morning, which means it's time for some 90 Day Fiance Instagram tea. Monday mornings, or Monday afternoons, we always release the 90 Day Fiance recap from the Before the 90 Days episodes that air on Sunday evenings. You can actually visit my recent post on that by clicking up here. But I have some news because there's a tell-all, and that's coming up. Now, the tell-all is typically filmed with everyone in the same place. They all meet up and talk about everything that we didn't see on TV or answer questions and give status updates about their relationships. Now, we know that this season has been littered with drama, both on screen and off screen. There's been accusations of fake relationships. There's been situations of certain cast members having backgrounds that make very unhappy viewers. And there's been some outright really poor casting in the opinion of a lot of fans right now. And that relates to Geoffrey and Varya. So Geoffrey is the Mr. Tennessee man who works as an actor, really. He has done some bit parts in acting throughout the years. He has also done some stuff for Discovery Network and different random shows. And he also seems to have a very troubled past, along with some charges that he's facing in the state of Tennessee, wherein he was picked up last June for some very serious incidents. He has a pretty lengthy rap sheet with a lot of accusations. In fact, Sarcasm has done a really good job of cataloging all the different cases against him. He is due in court in June because he was supposed to be in court in March for his incident that occurred last June 2019. And here's the thing. People know that he was picked up in June of 2019, and he somehow filmed with Varya after all of that happened. How TLC missed this has a lot of people outraged. There's been calls nearly all the season for him to be removed from the show. TLC did not remove him from the show in terms of his storyline with Varya. However, they did not include him in Pillow Talk. So if you watch the show Pillow Talk, which airs directly after 90 Day Fiance, or when Sister Wives was on, it was on the 10 o'clock hour, 10 o'clock Central Time, 11 p.m. Eastern. Pillow Talk features former cast members sort of laughing and talking along with the show. And noticeably absent through all the Pillow Talk episodes is there has been absolutely no discussion whatsoever of Varya and Geoffrey. So TLC subtly made their decision to leave him out of Pillow Talk without making a formal announcement. And now it seems TLC has also made the decision to leave him out of the tell-all. FraudedbyTLC actually reported this yesterday. Now, I told you about this yesterday. I had heard this through multiple sources on Instagram. He had actually been on an Instagram Live last week saying that he would not be at the tell-all. And he claimed that the reason why he wasn't going to be at the tell-all was because he and TLC had mutually agreed not to work together anymore. I'm thinking it was more like, you finished your contractual obligations. We made a huge mistake casting you. We are sorry that we even gave you this platform, and you will not be included in the tell-all, given the fact of all the stuff that we've learned about you now, which, by the way, TLC, it's really not that hard to check these kinds of things beforehand and really consider who you're going to put on the show before you do so, because now this man has a enormous platform that he did not have before, and he's definitely eating up the attention. So they say FraudedbyTLC, which is run by someone, I think an amazing person, and they wrote, who also has a podcast. They said, as previously reported on the Fraudcast, which is what their podcast is called, it says Geoffrey and Varya are not part of the tell-all filmed this past weekend. More tell-all tea to come. So they haven't released any additional information, but individuals that I've spoken with have also said that Varya was not in attendance, and it was because TLC had asked Varya to actually attend, according to these people. Now, I can't confirm, but this is the rumblings, the rumors, but that Geoffrey told Varya not to attend, or asked her not to, because they were a united pair, a front, you can't do it without me kind of thing. Now, a lot of people have wondered what's going on with Geoffrey and Varya. Are they still together? We see him propose to her, which, by the way, I have to remind you that he's still legally married. Well, he was still legally married when this was being filmed, to his fourth wife. Yes, that's right, his fourth wife. Run, Varya, run. He's in the middle of a custody battle with one of his ex-wives related to his children. And he has still a legal marriage that he's dealing with and still proposing to another woman in a foreign country. Mind you, he has all of these convictions, which I'm guessing would make it pretty difficult if she were to get a K-1 visa. And upon entry into the States, the embassy and any interviews would go through his entire criminal history with her, and she would know everything regarding his history. Who knows what he has not disclosed from her. Varya has defended him relentlessly on social media and has said not to believe everything that you read. Now, I'm not that naive. I know that, some things that can happen in the justice system cannot be true, and people can be falsely arrested all the time. But in the case of Geoffrey, it's very lengthy. There's a lot of history, and there's at least 3 women that have made accusations against him related to DV with having TROs and permanent restraining orders against him. Yes, again, sarcasm for the win. Okay. So how has Geoffrey responded by this? Well, Geoffrey's been sort of a hot mess. And on Instagram, he was actually at one point banned from actually posting on Instagram. Now, some people were in the comments being pretty quick and they said, well, why were they on why weren't they in it? And they said basically his rap sheet or his history finally caught up to him and TLC decided to cut ties. That's what this the backlash over his appearance on the show, given his criminal history. So apparently it worked. There had been a petition started on change.org. There had been thousands and thousands and thousands of people constantly tweeting TLC, telling them they did not want Geoffrey on the show, telling them that they would boycott future seasons if they continued to show Geoffrey's story. And makes you wonder why they even included it in the editing, given the fact that they could have just edited out his content and added more related to one of the other couples. Hell, the episodes are so long, they could have shortened all of the episodes and not had their story included. So on Instagram, he has been kind of all over the place, and he is consistently posting on drunk. Now, this comes from 90 Day Fiance now, and it's funny. He is so intoxicated here that he can't even really see.
Your comments are off. That's why you see no comments. What? I see comments. There's just too many of them. All right, thanks. I appreciate you.
Look at that. He has to close his eye just so he can read.
Dodge.
Crazy.
Absolutely. I'm a fucking 12.
Someone asked him.
Another one? Hold on.
Someone asked him how intoxicated was, and he said he was an effing 12. A 12 on a 1 to 10.
She was awesome. I was just randomly clicking. I don't even know what All right, let's click again. These two are so fun. Did I go live with somebody?
He doesn't even remember he went live with someone.
I did? Did I go live with somebody? Maybe I went live with somebody?
Yeah, this has been Geoffrey. He's also at points been banned from going live because he actually did a live stream from the shower. Yeah, that's right. He actually live streamed from the shower. He's also done several live streams with Trisha Paytas where he gets relatively TMI about himself. And that was in a live stream with Trisha's when he admitted that he and TLC were no longer working together. So Geoffrey is on the outs. Clearly, he is handling this incredibly well by getting incredibly intoxicated on Instagram Live, which, hey, it's legal if you want to cut. It's completely legal to drink. It's completely legal to cut back and have some fun. But we also know that there's some really big things he's facing. His next court date is I think June 26th. There are numerous, if you want the full story about what he did, Sarcasm, again, has done a really good job. They have an entire archive. So if you go to sarcasm.net and you put in Geoffrey Paschel, which is his last name, Paschel, you can find the full archives of all of the cases against him. I'm pretty astounded, again, that they were like, yeah, this would be a good person to put on the show. Now, we still don't know if her and Varya and him are together. Now, his friend Mary, if you remember from the show, she was the person that he talked to, was teasing last week that they were actually together, and she was teasing that, she was so glad that she had him, and she called him handsome and blah, 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 blah. So we don't really know if Varya and Geoffrey are together. We don't know if he's with Mary or if Mary is just trolling. We don't really know anything. But I would hope that after everything is seen, Varya can peace out and get out. And I hope Geoffrey's case comes to a resolution because this man has been acting relatively problematic all over social media. He has made a headache for a lot of different bloggers that have covered him. And he has a history that I think a lot of people should be concerned about. And I would hope in the future that TLC does a better job of vetting the individuals that they put on their show so that people like him are not given a platform. So if you're expecting to have an update about what's going on with them, you won't see it on TLC. You may just have to follow him on Instagram, which, ugh. Or maybe just follow Varya. I will still support Varya because she is the innocent person in all of this. She had no idea getting involved with him, that he had this history. He withheld this information from him and clearly has like brainwashed her to believe that nothing happened. All right, you guys. So are you shocked or are you not shocked? Is on a scale of 1 to 10, was he a 12 in his level of intoxication? And what do you think about TLC cutting ties? I'll be back later with more. Bye.